Hello lovely YouTube family! Welcome back to Hollywood Hits. In today's video, we are going to talk about Mike Tyson's car collection over the years. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. His first car was a 1985 Cadillac Eldorado. In the early 1980s, Mike Tyson was untouchable and kept scoring knockout after knockout against elite opponents. After reeling off 19 wins, he decided to reward himself with a new car, and the car he settled for was the ultra-stylish Cadillac Eldorado. The car was worth a cool $30,000 in 1985, a huge amount of money for a car at that time, but it was worth it. The Cadillac Eldorado was the ultimate symbol of wealth at the time, and it was aimed at wealthy buyers interested in a grand touring vehicle. Number 9. He got himself a Rolls-Royce Silver Spur on his 21st birthday. The Silver Spur is among the most incredible Rolls-Royce limousines ever made, and it's only fitting that Mike Tyson also owned one. Rolls-Royce limousines are universally acknowledged as the most luxurious factory-produced limousines in the world, and they are used by royalty and the richest people in the world. Mike Tyson was boxing royalty in the 1980s, and he got himself a vehicle befitting of his status. The Silver Spirit was packed with many luxurious features including walnut finishes, high-grade leather seats, digital displays, and much more. Number 8. And rewarded himself with a Rolls-Royce Corniche after winning the IBF belt in 1987. Mike's love affair with Rolls-Royce didn't stop with the Silver Spur, and after a stunning knockout victory over Tony Tucker, he got himself another Rolls-Royce, the Rolls-Royce Corniche. All limousines built by the British luxury car maker are hand-built, and that quality is shown through in the Corniche. All the hours of dedicated attention to detail that was put into the car by the master craftsmen of Rolls-Royce are on full display in the sumptuous interiors of the Corniche. Number 7. He added 2 top-of-the-line Mercedes cars to his collection in 2 years. Among the glitzy Hollywood elite in the 1980s, Mercedes cars were all the rage, and Mike Tyson's fame had ensured he rubbed shoulders with Hollywood's very elite. Mike made a lot of friends, and one of them was the rapper Tupac Shakur. He is credited with inspiring Mike Tyson's interest in Mercedes cars. Mike got himself a $48,000 Mercedes-Benz SL Class 560 SL in 1989. A year later, after his shock defeat to Buster Douglas, he got himself another Mercedes. This time, it was a 1990 Mercedes-Benz 500 SL. Number 6. Iron Mike also loved Ferraris. It appears that no self-respecting wealthy car collector will build a collection that lacks a Ferrari or two, and Mike is no exception. Mike was going through tough times in this period, and he had just served 3 years in jail for a rape charge. After serving his sentence, he regained his title with a victory over Frank Bruno, and he got himself a brand new Ferrari for his troubles. He got a Ferrari F50 which packs a whopping 512 HP with a 202 miles per hour top speed. Interestingly, Mike Tyson was once arrested in a Ferrari, and he claims it's his most favorite arrest of all time. Number 5. He was the proud owner of a Ferrari 456 GT Spiders that is also cherished by the Sultan of Brunei. Few people can claim to be able to afford the Sultan of Brunei's expensive taste in cars, but Mike Tyson is no ordinary individual. The Ferrari 456 GT Spider is owned by Mike Tyson and the eccentric Sultan, and there's a good reason. It's one of the most beautiful Ferrari Grand Tourers ever made. The car was designed by the acclaimed design house Pininfarina, and at the time, it was one of the fastest cars in the world. It had a top speed of 186 miles per hour, and it will go from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Number 4. He got himself his first Lambo after winning a Las Vegas fight in 1996. 1996 was an emotionally tough time for Mike Tyson. He had just lost his good friend Tupac Shakur, and to cushion the blow a bit, he got himself a new Lambo after winning a Las Vegas fight against Bruce Sheldon. The Lamborghini he bought was the Super Diablo Twin Turbo, and it cost him a whopping $500,000. Only 7 units of the car were built, and its V12 engine produced up to 750 HP to give the car a top speed of 222 miles per hour. There are few better cures for grief than getting yourself a rare and expensive sports car. Number 3. He consoled himself after his loss to Holyfield by splurging on a Jaguar XJ220. By the time Mike Tyson faced off against Evander Holyfield, the Mike Tyson era was already over and Holyfield was new king of the heavyweight division. Mike lost that fight, but he was still handsomely rewarded with more than $25 million for his efforts. Reeling from the defeat, Mike went on a reckless spending spree and got himself a new Lamborghini and the Jaguar XJ220. We can't fault his taste in the Jaguar XJ220 since it was an impressive machine. The car packed a powerful V12 engine that ensured it will go from 0 to 60 in just over 60 seconds. Number 2. No classic car collection will be complete without a rare Bentley. Bentley and Rolls-Royce are the two car marques that dominate the highest tiers of the luxury car segment, and many wealthy collectors go out of their way to add a Bentley or two to their prized collections. Mike's choice was a Bentley Continental SC, and he spent a whopping $300,000 to get himself one of the only 73 units of the car ever produced. The Bentley Continental SC is luxurious but also sporty. It has incredible handling to make cornering at speeds a piece of cake, and it packs up to 400 HP. Number 1. Most of these cars are gone today. Mike Tyson made a fortune from his boxing exploit, but he also lost all of it because of legal troubles and reckless spending. He went bankrupt in 2003, and many of the classic cars he owned were sold off at car auctions. Mike went through a tough time and was arrested in 2007 for possession of cocaine. Fortunately, Mike Tyson is now a changed man. He's no longer a cocaine addict, and he owns a thriving marijuana business. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.